In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to splice out a piece of a clip and add in the substitution.
And when my grandfather died in 1933, my dad was the only one interested in keeping the farm. So they grew cotton here.
If you'll notice the part where she actually talked about the cotton, what we want to do is actually cut out a piece. So we want to get exactly in the timeline where that is and go in there and split the clip. So we're going to go in and put the playhead where it is and go up to choose modify and choose split clip. Now we'll find out where we want to get it and cut the other piece. So listen again.
Interested in keeping the farm. So they grew cotton here. They had horses.
So now we know with the playhead at the point where she stopped talking about the cotton and everything else, we want to go ahead and split that clip right there too. So we're going to put the playhead once again at that location and choose split clip. Now what we want to do is replace that with a picture, but what we've got to do is we've got to detach that audio. So if you would right click on that audio, you can then choose detach audio. And we're just going to replace that video clip with a picture of cotton. So we're going to take this piece of this cotton picture and drag it down and dump it right over the top of the video. And whenever it comes up, we're going to tell it to replace from the start, so it'll go throughout the whole clip. Now let's play this clip again and watch how it comes out.
When my grandfather died in 1933, my dad was the only one interested in keeping the farm. So they grew cotton here. They had horses. I always had horses here, but my dad really specialized in Tennessee walkers.
So that came out pretty good. Now what we want to do is actually go in there and tweak that a little bit. So we're going to clip on that and change the Ken Burn settings where it won't come in with that white area. So we're just going to go in and change the start area on the Ken Burn settings by clicking on the crop tool. And we'll tighten in a little bit on the end point and get it to where it kind of stops there at the cropping there. Okay, we'll select this, go ahead and test it.
In keeping the farm. So they grew cotton here. They had horses. I always had horses here, but my dad really specialized.
So now let's take a look at what the final product would look like.
When my grandfather died in 1933, my dad was the only one interested in keeping the farm. So they grew cotton here. They had horses. I always had horses here, but my dad really specialized in Tennessee walkers, and he had Angus cows. And then he eventually got into, he had one of the first bulldozers in the Anderson County and would build farm ponds. He's built most of the farm ponds from Abbeville County up through Oconee.